Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Do the
Down this whole ensemble. You got the PlayStation shirt, the Japanese shirt, you got the Lucha Underground fanny pack. Now, I don't know, are they hammer pants or harem pants? What do you call them?
They harem pants. Yep.
Nice. And I also saw you were wearing some Bret Hart socks as well. Speaking of PlayStation, what, I hear you're a big gamer. What games are you playing right now?
Right now, Friday the 13th, Overwatch, of course, Battlefront, Star Wars, and I guess a couple of the Call of Duty games.
What are you looking forward to coming out?
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
That's about it. Oh, and I can't wait for the Switch. I got the Switch, Splatoon 2, I guess Mario Odyssey,
Right.
and Pokken Tournament, the Pokemon Tekken game.
This is turning into a gaming channel, by the way. I don't know if you're aware of the format change. So now you've been doing Lucha Underground for a while, man. I think you've really been showing, you've been shining with Lucha Underground. What is it about Lucha Underground that makes it so captivating, so interesting compared to everything else?
It's what wrestling used to be. It's what wrestling is, what people want it to be. They've missed the blood and violence and a good story behind it, and we got that all rolled up into one. And like a lot of the people get turned off by PG stuff and want to go back to the old glory days of, like, when you see somebody get busted open, you don't see a referee going for some gloves. You just see them just let it fly, and they giving their hearts out there with all these good matches too, and there's good talent to go along with all that.
Speaking of good talent, you recently had the all-night-long match with John Morrison, Johnny Mundo. What were your thoughts on that match and any other matches you've had recently that really stand out in your mind as, you know, your personal highlights?
Well, that one right there, because it was a whole episode devoted to us, like a whole hour, people just had no choice but to watch us. And I hope we didn't disappoint, but from the feedback I got from fans, wrestlers, and other people who watched it that don't even like wrestling, they said that's their favorite match they've ever seen so far this year. And that's a good thing coming up from like a dude like me who was just regular old dude and didn't think I was going to be put in a main event spot or a title match spot or any kind of national exposure. But here I am, been doing it for 11 years now, and it's turned out to be pretty good.
In those 11 years, you were employed by WWE for approximately what felt like 1 minute. What happened that whole time? You were signed, and then you're gone. Can you tell me the story about that?
I was actually signed for 6 months, but people didn't find out about it until 2 months in. But, like, yeah, it's a whole stupid process they go through, and it came down to it. They had a week before I was supposed to report down to Orlando in October of 2014. Or 13, one of them. And, yeah, they hit me up and said the doctors didn't like how my blood pressure was or one of my knees felt. Next thing I know, turn around, they signed another dude, and I'm pretty sure y'all know who he is. He's a part of a certain brand. And yeah, so I'm thinking it's like, all right, they couldn't just tell me they wanted somebody else, so they had to make up something. And if something was wrong with me, I wouldn't be wrestling right now for so long after that.
You're still going. You had a hell of a match with Cody Rhodes tonight. You're still going, you know?
Yep. Yeah, left your boy homeless. Me and my pets was out on the street for a hot minute. My girlfriend, and then we ended up moving to Las Vegas, and Lucha Underground hit me up. They said, we heard what happened to you. We want you on board. And at that time, when that happened, I really didn't want to mess with wrestling because it bummed me out. It threw me into a depression. But as soon as I went out for my first match for Lucha Underground and I heard the fans chant my name and I got that big reaction, I was like, all right, this is what I'm supposed to do.
That's good. One last question. I hear you have a pretty good Steve Austin impression. Can you hit us with that real quick?
Maybe. Well, you see, Cody Rhodes, you went out there and defended the Always title, but you backed out like a coward. You had to hit old Stone Cold Willie Mack and the rattlesnakes. That's what I call my testicles. What? You know what? The next time I get you in the ring, son, it's going to be more than shattered dreams. It's going to be my foot shattering up your ass. And that's the bottom line, because Willie Mack said so. Oh, hell yeah. What?
Oh, hell yeah, indeed. Thank you so much, Mr. Mack, for taking time for this interview. Thanks to All Pro Wrestling for allowing me to interview the stars here backstage. For Willie Mack, I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.
Deborah.